Hey friends, this is Carol and welcome to Sunflower Country Farmhouse. Wanted to show you these beautiful sunflowers. They just scream summer. I can't wait till summer gets here. But today I'm going to share with you some refresh decorating in my house, some home projects, and some gardening and some things we got going on outside of the house. We'll start out today with our guest bedroom. I wanted it to give it that cozy farmhouse cottage look, and I think that I was able to deliver on that. This is a beautiful wreath from the company Nearly Natural. And on this wall I did some decorating on each side of the door. Kind of went ahead and got rid of my Easter decor. I did keep this cute little stuffed bunny girl. I thought she was gorgeous and would be beautiful for my spring decor. Then I added this vintage looking mirror that I purchased a few years ago at Hobby Lobby. I don't think they sell it anymore. I haven't seen it recently, but I really thought that this was the perfect spot to hang it. And here also are some Moody prints on this wall. These both also came from Hobby Lobby, but they no longer carry them. At least I haven't seen them. So this is another view of the room and that wall, so you can see both sides of the decor of that door. So now we're going to go ahead and go in my kitchen. You can see some of the projects I've got going. I purchased these 3 countertop stools off of Facebook Marketplace for $60 for all of them. They were a great buy, solid wood, and I knew that I was going to paint them. They did have some scratches and dings, so I painted them with this all-in-one paint, the Iron Gate. Love this paint. Doesn't stink up your house. Does an excellent job. So here's the color of the chairs. Some of them are kind of cream color. Some of them are still the wood. Nothing matches. So I thought, okay, I want to paint them all black. So I started by taking off the chair cushion. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I will reupholstery the cushion if I find a tapestry fabric that I love. So that was the original plan. But I will tell you, it took 3 coats of paint on the chairs. I'm still not finished with them because it has been time consuming to get everything painted. But so far, I'm liking the way what I've gotten done turned out. And here's a chair. I went ahead and put that seat back on, and I ended up loving that cushion with the black up against our bricks. So I don't think that I'm going to reupholster it. This was a find at Goodwill this past week, and I'm going to go ahead and paint this cabinet and use some rub and buff and antique on the little knob, and I think I'm going to wallpaper the inside of vintage wallpaper. So I'll be excited to show you when that's finished. I also refreshed my entryway, added a few more decor, packed up the Easter, so I'm really loving the way this turned out. I do have a new print that's above that green cabinet. I did order that farm print from Amazon. Couldn't find a frame for it for that exact size. It was kind of an odd size, so I had to have it custom framed at Hobby Lobby. And even at 50% off, it was still pretty pricey. I think I paid $100 to have it framed, which is rather outrageous, but I had to get it done. And then I added a few more florals in this wall floral picture. And then I brought in this vintage chair, which we think is at least 100 years old. It's been out in our garage, and I just felt like this was the perfect place to put this. And so I really love the way it turned out, and just having a cute little pillow on it. So here's another view of the entryway coming in from the front door. As you can see, I added a little side table with some terracotta pots and some baskets down below, and a couple of those prints that I purchased at the beginning of spring that I showed you in my spring haul. I did find frames that were the perfect size for them, and I just love them there. I did not nail into the shiplap. These are hung with some really heavy-duty command strips. The only thing that's actually nailed into our shiplap is that heavy shelf. I also went into our guest bathroom and kind of freshened up in there. kind of decluttered the countertops. I did this really cute tiny wood tier tray, and I love the way that turned out with the little terracotta pots on that and the greenery. And then I added some things to this wall in the bathroom. I really thought the mirror by itself was pretty boring, so I added that floral print to the right side and that little ladder with the baskets on the left, and I already had those items. None of that was new. I think the only thing I purchased was that cute little tiny clock that's on the mirror shelf, and I did pick that up at Hobby Lobby this past week. So I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. Here's another view of it from a different angle. I am looking for some pillow covers, some new ones to put on that bench. I don't really want solid ones, so it's been kind of hard to find the exact ones that will go really well with that busy floor that I have. But I do love that floor, and I still am glad that I got it. It has been a challenge to decorate it. Now, here's the other side of the bathroom. Today we have a lot going on. The framing is getting done for the shop pad. And they brought some dirt in, and they're going to be getting the framing finished for the she shed pretty soon. All that is happening on this side of the yard. And if you go to the other side of the yard, there's still getting those fence posts in. We're about halfway done there. So yeah, it's pretty busy out here at the Floyd's today. So they went ahead and got the framing done for the she shed. As you can see that it kind of goes down towards the front, and that first 4 feet there, the concrete is going to be a front porch. The actual she shed itself is going to be 15 by 22 inches. So I'm super excited about getting that completed. And then the shop's framing is semi-done back there. They just did enough of the framing so the plumber could come in and do the rough-in for the plumbing. We did run across some problems with the plumbing, getting someone to be dependable and reliable to do the plumbing, so we finally called the plumbing company that actually plumbed our house, and the owner came over the other night, and they have agreed to do all the plumbing for the she shed and the shop. So we're super excited about that. The she shed will actually have a full bathroom and a kitchen sink. The bathroom will have a shower instead of a tub, and the shop will just have a work sink and a toilet in there. So that should be getting done, hopefully, if we don't have any rain this coming week. It's kind of another view here. I'm hoping to plant some shrubs and some perennials in front of the she shed to make that look nice, because it's actually behind our swimming pool. And I'm wanting to do some blues, whites, and grays, I think I've decided to do for the paint of the outside paint of the she shed. Then you can see the shop pad over there. The driveway will be extended to the shop, so that will get done here soon. So as we walk over here, you'll see the lid that's where they fill for their underground gas tank that we have right here. In that area, we're going to go ahead and do some stepping stones and rock and have some picnic tables in that area next to the pool. Here you can see where the driveway is going to be extended. So here is the purchase I made the other day. This is a gift to me. Happy early Mother's Day. So I'm excited to use this. My new Hercules, I guess that's the brand of it, miter saw. Something a woman always wants. So these are the pipes for drainage that we're going to be using. We're going to be putting in a small retaining wall using these landscape timbers. I do have a young man coming to work with me and help me to do the fence and the retaining wall. He's just going to help me with putting up the 2x4s at the 6-foot level. But we decided to put in some drainage so that we can drain properly into our swell here. So I'll go here and show you. The water drains from this hill to this area, which is the swell. We're eventually going to put river rock here, so that it will look nice as it drains. Look like a little river. So we do have all the posts in. They were cut off to 6.5 feet. And we're going to put the fence up to 6 feet. I started working yesterday on laying some weed block here. And I've got to get these beds in. I've got to go ahead and get those seeds planted before the fence is up. Over here is where we're going to put the retaining wall. And then on the left side of the retaining wall, those drainage pipes will go in there and drain out here into the swell, and then we'll fill to the left of it with just rock, some drainage rock. So I'll be glad when that gets done. Look at all those natural cactus. We had a bunch planted up on the hill. We just transplanted them from the garden, so we planted them up here. We're going to be planting a lot of natural vegetation up here. So right now I want to show you what we've got done. The 17 posts are all cemented in. We had to wait a couple days for those to dry, and then we cut off the top so that the height is 6.5 feet because our fence is going to be 6 feet. I had to go ahead and get some stuff planted, so I couldn't wait till I had the fence done, but I was going to go ahead and start with the 2x4s, but we have a big rainstorm coming in, so I wasn't going to get the miter saw or the saws and the equipment all out until probably, I don't know, it may be next week before we get started on that part. I've been laying down some landscape fabric, and as you can see, I'm going to be putting stepping stones throughout this. In the very middle there, we're planning to put a wooden windmill that's going to be about 9 feet tall. And then all in here will be the pea pebble, so that will go in. And then we're going to build some cedar boxes to go along the fence on the inside. So those are going to get done after the fence is probably finished or during that time. We did get some things planted. These are my green beans, and so I am going to put together a type of trellis to put in there so they can grow up. And I think I have some peppers here, I think that is yellow squash or zucchini. And then over here is my cucumbers, and I'm also going to build a trellis about 4 feet tall here so they can grow up, the vines can grow up on the trellis. I just think it'll be easier that way. So I never got these boxes stained yet, but we'll get that done hopefully in the near future. So this is kind of a view. I think back here is where I'm going to put where we're going to plant the corn, and then on the far side over there is where we're going to put the tomatoes, where we don't get quite as much sun because it gets really hot here in Texas. So I'm inside the fenced area. We just have a whole hot mess going on back here because we have so many projects. I just wanted to take a moment and thank all of you for watching my video today. As we're looking at the progress of my herbs here, all of these were planted by seed a couple weeks ago, and it looks like they're doing pretty well. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button now and subscribe. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Again, thank you so very much for watching, and I pray that you have a blessed day.